Hey Pretty Girl Club. In this video, I'm going to address bandwagon hoppers and people who randomly try to come on this channel and either derail the conversation or they just try to give their 2 cents when no one asked. So this YouTube channel was really created for women who are mixed race or women who look mixed race. So if you are confused about what that is, this means like the looking mixed part. For example, quote unquote light-skinned black women, or whatever phrase you want to call it, those are women who look like the stereotypical mixed person, or they have skin tones similar to a stereotypical mixed person to the point where others treat them differently due to how they look. Or maybe you have straighter hair, maybe you have like light eyes, freckles, you have different facial features that people often attribute to non-black ancestry. That's who this channel is for. But I've noticed that ever since this channel hit 10K, yay, we have 10,000 pretty girls. But ever since this channel has been growing, I've had people who randomly try to hop on the bandwagon or they try to kind of derail the conversation. So sometimes when I'm talking, especially about pretty privilege and stuff like that, sometimes women will be like, oh, I'm an unambiguous monoracial black woman. I've had these exact same experiences. And I'm thinking, okay, that's great, but this channel and the video was geared towards mixed race women or women who look mixed who have had these experiences. So you are responding to something that the video was not even about. And so I've noticed that sometimes people will try to come on and almost derail the conversation, or they try to almost invalidate us in a subliminal way by saying, I'm unambiguous and I go through this exact same thing. And so if you see me on a deleting spree in the comment section, that's why. It's because this channel was not created for unambiguous women to come in and give their 2 cents. This channel is created where MLS women dominate the conversation. There are plenty of YouTube channels that feature unambiguous monoracial black women and that, that cater to that. And there are plenty of channels where unambiguous black women dominate the conversation. You know why? Because the creator of the channel created it for those women. And so I don't go on to other channels. I don't go to Chrissy or Paris Milan or whoever's channel and say, actually, I'm mixed and I've experienced the same thing. Oh, just so you guys know, mixed women have this same exact thing happening as well. No, I decided to listen to what Chrissy and those guys were saying, which is, hey, nobody's stopping light-skinned women from having their own space. Nobody is stopping mixed women from having a space. No one is stopping those who are not unambiguous monoracial black women from having a space. And so I took that and ran with it and created my own platform. But I've noticed that what some people like to do is they like to come onto this platform that is created by and for Exoticals, and then they want to try to gradually derail the conversation or gradually slide themselves in to kind of like have a seat at the table, for lack of better words. Like I've noticed even some of you guys who are subscribed have said like, yeah, how come a lot of women are commenting and trying to say like, oh yeah, I go through this exact same thing. And I'm not invalidating them. Like I'm not saying that unambiguous black women can't go through some of the same things, because I think they can, but the point of this channel was never geared towards women who fit more of, I guess, the Paris Milan or I am Eloho, you fit more of those talking points. That's not who this channel is geared towards. Now, as far as who watches the content, I can't control who watches the content. Anybody can watch this content. I understand that my content is very relatable and that, a lot of different people can relate to this stuff that I talk about on here. But I've noticed that sometimes the more I allow people to comment who are not Exoticals, over time as I create more videos, then they try to gradually make their comments stronger and stronger as if they were trying to almost derail my talking points or derail the fundamental things I'm talking about on this channel. So I've seen some people who they'll try to talk about me, whether it's on Reddit or Lipstick Alley or whatever, they'll make all of these posts about me. First of all, that's freaking awesome. That's how I know I made it on YouTube. If you were taking the time out of your day to make a whole blog post thing about me, like, wow, I'm flattered. But some people will be like, oh, is this channel some sort of mixed race supremacist channel, or I don't like your channel name? Guess what? You're not going to be able to bully me like how you did with Miss Mulatto, the rapper, and got her to change her name. I'm never changing my YouTube channel name ever. By the way, be sure to subscribe to my backup channel, Exoticals Unfiltered. I will always keep my channel name. The core audience of my channel is plastered on my banner so that no matter who follows this channel, no matter how big this channel gets, once it gets to 100K, because it's really quickly growing to the point where 100K, that actually is in sight for this channel. Like we're almost at We're at 10.5K already when I just hit 10K like 2 weeks ago or something. So this channel is on track to continue to grow. And guess what? Exoticals will always be plastered on my banner. I don't care who gets offended by it. My YouTube channel name will stay the same. I'm not going to change it. No, I'm not. You're not going to be able to sway me or persuade me into suddenly becoming a copycat version of some of these other Black women empowerment creators. No, I have created a lane for mixed race women or women who look mixed, basically women who are not unambiguous monoracial dark skinned Black women. So anyone who feels like they do not fit into uh, other Black women empowerment channels because, you know, maybe you have a light complexion, you're biracial, you are multiracial, you have a Creole background or something like that, you're a Latina, you don't share the same experiences. If my content is relatable to you, fine. I would say if you do not meet kind of the phenotype or whatever, or you don't consider yourself an exotical, maybe you consider yourself an unambiguous woman who can just relate to my content, that is fine as well, as long as you understand that I will never cater specifically to that audience. My audience is specifically for women who either are mixed or they look mixed. When I use the term mixed race, I am really referring to women who are 25% or more of another ancestry, because I do feel like 25%, that's such a huge chunk to where that is going to significantly affect your phenotype. So I know that people can identify as being mixed or whatever if they have a little bit less than that. I actually don't really care about that. What I was trying to do with this channel was really just establish a core audience and kind of make the claim that, hey, when I talk about all of these topics, this is who I'm talking about. I'm talking about these types of women in general with this level of admixture in general, or this phenotype in general. So all I'm doing is establishing my core audience, and my core audience is never going to change. So nobody's going to be able to come in here and kind of derail it to where, oh, you should stop talking about pretty privilege. You should stop talking about mixed women. Oh, why are your tips? Somebody commented one time recently and they were like, why are you making your beauty tips and making all of your level up tips for women who are exoticals? Like, why do you only make it for them? And that's because that's who I identify with. I'm the creator of this channel. I can talk about whatever I want. I get to be the boss here. People who look like me get to be the boss or get to, you know, have their opinions heard. And if somebody wants to make their own platform and they want to spend 3 years building it, and, you know, they want to go through making all the videos and doing all the editing and spending the hours chopping and cutting and finding images and stuff, if you want to do that, by all means, no one's stopping you. But anyway, I was just randomly ranting about that. So you guys don't have to worry about me, you know, gradually making this not geared towards MLS women. No, MLS is a phrase that I coined. And like, why would I go through all of this building for all of these 3 years and then suddenly try to switch or suddenly, you know, not talk about stuff that is important to us? But what else do you ladies want to see on this channel? What do you guys want to talk about? Let me know in the comment section and I'll talk to you next time. Stay pretty, ladies.